What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Elisha 26. Back after a 2-week absence. My apologies. So if you noticed, I changed my username up a little bit. Google now lets you put non-alpha or numeric characters in your username. So I just thought, hey, why not? So yeah. Anyway, I've been gone. Well, I missed last week mainly because last week we went to 410s. So I started working 10-hour days. And that plus the changes in my dose just really were killing me um, when it came to energy. So I wasn't able to make the video. But I will tell you about some issues I had last week. So last week I ran out of 22 gauge needles. I'll tell you how. So the week prior, which was 28 weeks on T, I accidentally was just caught up doing a lot of stuff at once and not taking in the personal me time to do my shot like I normally do, and drew the T with my 22 gauge needle and then discarded it in my sharps box. Now, yes, I could have went in the box and got it out because it would be the only 22 gauge needle not attached to a syringe, but I have a personal habit of not, going inside my sharp box ever. So once it's in there, it's in there. So last week I didn't do my shot on Monday. Instead, I did it on Tuesday because that was when my new shipment of testosterone arrived from the VA. So I went to the PO box and picked it up and just did my shot on Tuesday, and everything was right as rain. What else happened last week? Besides the crazy work schedule and then 4th of July, I did have 4 days off for 4th of July, but I spent most of that just relaxing and allowing my body to recuperate from the new work schedule, which gave me a lot of back pain and stuff. So I went to the chiro twice last week and had 2 adjustments and 2 massages, which really helped out, and got the go ahead to start working out. So Sunday I started a new workout regimen. Sundays is yoga. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays are abs and squats. And then I've decided today to do a 30-minute yoga session every day. I know it seems like a lot, you should give yourself time to rest, time to break, but I'm doing a 6-week self-improvement program for those implements that I mentioned. So it's not really a crazy vigorous workout, it's just a stepping up. So I think I'll be able to maintain. Plus, I'm really excited to be able to work out because I haven't been able to work out since the first week of April, which is a long time. Especially seeing how I had kind of started to work out a bit in those first 4 months of testosterone, and I was starting to see some gains and a little bit of muscle mass. Since then, I've lost weight, almost 20 pounds. I weighed in today and I'm 128.2, which is my pre-T weight. So I'm not really happy about that. But the good thing is that the inability to work out didn't have me putting on a whole bunch of excess weight in terms of body fat. So I was pretty happy to see that my metabolism alone was able to keep me from just gaining copious amounts of weight and all those months off, even though I've been eating like crazy. What else? Not much has really changed. I decided to grow my hair out a bit, um, which, you know, decided to do that. I have noticed that, let me see if I can get my light. There is thinning in this area right here and over here. But I think that's because my hairline is starting to pull back in the corners and pull back on the sides. I've noticed some small changes in my hairline, but nothing too serious. With it growing out like this, it's a little bit easier to notice the changes though, because I'm not getting lineups right now. And I don't really want to line my hair up right now while my hairline is changing. I don't want anybody to fuck my shit up. So I'm just gonna wait till like my hairline does whatever it's doing. Excuse me. What else? I've noticed the hair on my arms is starting to come in up here, and it's starting to grow more down toward the inside of my forearm, which I never really had hair on before. It's not super thick yet or anything. It's also starting to grow along the back of my hand. It's filling in this area, which I never really had hair before. Knuckles are still the same though, and my feet are the same. But besides that, every place else I've pretty much grown hair. I'm starting to get chest hair too. It's starting to grow up the center, which is pretty interesting. It's still really light and really faint, but I noticed it a couple days ago. What else? Nothing else with changes in my body. Oh yeah, one more thing. My mustache is starting to get a little thicker. I noticed it the other day when I like wiped my mouth with a napkin, and it kind of displaced the hair, and I felt that it was kind of uncomfortable. Like before, when I was pre-T, and to a certain point while on T, if my mustache kind of like got a little ruffled or whatever, it wasn't really a big deal. I didn't notice it, but now the hair is a little thicker, so when it's moved in the opposite direction, it's kind of uncomfortable. Not like painful or anything, but I can just tell that it's standing up or it's in a weird position, and it's so yeah. So I don't know if that's anything. What else? That's it for biology. Okay, good news. I got my name change in my gender marker letter about a week and a half ago. But I can't change my name or my gender marker yet. Why, you ask? Okay, here's why. So I'm looking to get a new job at the shipyard, which requires a government clearance. I have an inactive clearance from when I was in the Navy. When I got out, it's inactive, but it's still on the books, which means like they can just reactivate it and reinstate it. But I don't want there to be any holdups or any kind of like reason why they wouldn't give me a clearance if my gender marker were to change all of a sudden. So I'm waiting for the FBI to complete their investigation before I change my gender marker and my name. It just makes it a little bit easier to change it afterwards than during the process. So I'm waiting to hear back from them and see what they say. I turned in all my paperwork and everything last week, early last week. So just waiting to see what happens. But as soon as that happens, I will be going down to the DMV to get that input on my driver's license. My driver's license doesn't have my middle name, my full middle name on it, just the initial, and that's all that's in like the state record for my driver's license. So I don't have to wait for that with the name change. I haven't decided if I'm going to change my last name fully. It's a lot of paperwork, and I still have a little bit of thinking to do about that. But if by the time that I get get word back from the FBI, should have decided, and then I'll go about that if that's the case. And then also, now that you don't need sexual reassignment surgery, it'll be easy. I mean, I'm from Oregon, where they didn't require SSR to change your birth certificate, but but seeing how they've changed it now, I'm sure that'll be a pretty easy process too. What else? So I'm just waiting for that. It's exciting to have the letter though, and to know that I have to go ahead to get that done, and that's all out of the way. Which is great. That was like a big boost to get that letter in the mail. Like my endo got it. He must have wrote it that day and mailed it the next day, because I got it before the week was out that I actually went and saw him, which was great. He's a great endo. What else? Oh, so I decided to buy some more gender expression items. It's time to get a new packer, and I'm also looking at getting new binders. So I'm gonna get a Mr. Right It's a little expensive. It's about 48 bucks on Toolshed Toys, which actually isn't that expensive because I've seen it for 60 on early to bed. I guess it's like whoever you feel comfortable dealing with. But 48 isn't that bad, but it's time to get a new one because my GV soft pack is kind of falling apart a little bit, just wear and tear. And I'm kind of excited about this one because it's a silicone packer, so it's going to be a little denser, a little heavier, and a little bit more durable when it comes to packing. And, you know, that's great because when you invest money into these types of things, like, yeah, the GB soft packs and the Mr. Olympias are cheaper, but when you buy them over and over again because the product kind of wears out pretty quickly, you know, it kind of adds up. So, you know, I'd like to get a product that I can buy and not have to replace for maybe a year or two. I've been packing steadily with my GB soft pack for only, I don't even remember how many months I've had it, but it's not a year, I'll say that. And it's not as long as I've been on T. So yeah, I'm really excited to get something a little bit more durable. So I'll be doing a review on that. I'm planning on buying it on Friday, just when I get paid again. I'm also planning on getting new binders. It's hot, it's summertime, and personally, I like the way that I think it's the 988 by Underworks packs. I mean, not packs, but binds. But it's hot, and it's summertime, and it's too hot. It's like t-shirt material thick, thicker than some t-shirts I have actually, and it's just uncomfortable to wear when it's hot, or when you work in a warehouse with no AC and you're like lifting and doing all those kinds of things. It's just not comfortable to wear. Um, Not to mention, like, I am a wife beater kind of guy, so, or well, A shirts. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say the term wife beater. That's totally triggering and inappropriate. Okay, so I'm an A shirts type of guy, and I really kind of like can't wear these with my binder. It's just too many layers. It's too hot. It's too uncomfortable. So I found a binder through one of the guys I follow on Tumblr, and it's a short chest binder, which only binds from here. The camera. From here to here. I'm not binding right now, but from here to here. And they have two different styles. They have one that's a hook and eye closure, which is essentially what are on the back of bras, where it's got like a little lube, and you just put the hook through it like this, and it's all down the side. And then they also have one that's Velcro. Right now at Soho Eva, I don't know how to say that, I'm guessing, they have the ones that are the hook and eye. They're buy two, get one free, and they're only $13.55. Um, they have, you know, quite a few in stock. You might want to hurry up. They come in black and white, but it's buy two, get one free. I plan on getting one hook and eye and then one Velcro to see how it works. Um, it's breathable, which they say. It's got the hook and eye one has 3 different rows of eyes, which would be the side that looks like this, and then 1 row of hooks on the opposite side. So you can adjust it to be tighter or more spaced apart, looser. And they have how you would measure yourself to figure out what size to wear. Also, something else that's pretty interesting is they have like a longevity, I guess, like estimate on how long you should use this particular binder. They said it should last you a year, and that's probably like including wear and tear, the spandex kind of loosening over time, as well as washing, because you know washing kind of damages your binders a little bit, and then also just like the rubbing with other materials probably gives you those little peelers. They look like they bind well. They have pictures. I put a little pop up in here with the email, and I also put the address, and I'll also put it down in the descriptions. But they have Velcro ones and the hook and eye ones. I plan on getting both, and I'll do a review on them after I wear them, probably for a week or two each. What else? One of the great things about these is that they work well with V-necks. So I personally have not worn a single V-neck shirt since I started binding regularly, just because you can see the binder, and that kind of pisses me off because I would like to wear tank tops and I would like to wear V-necks, and not have to worry about my binder showing, and I think this would be a great option. Obviously, I'm not going to be wearing tank tops that are like really low, but if you have a tank top that's like your A shirt that's like to just right here, you would definitely not see it. So that's one thing I'm looking into getting. Besides that, not much else is going on. Um, just regular everyday life. Um, yeah. So my apologies for missing last week. Oh, also, I will be subbing on the Brothers in Transition channel again for Tuesday this week. Be sure to check out that video. I'll post it on my channel as well as their channel, and then also on Tumblr. So please check it out in one of those places, and check out their other videos because they're great guys. And also keep my brother Julian in your prayers. He's going through a rough time right now. And we as trans people need to uplift each other. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you guys are all doing well. You can hit me up anytime. My information's in the description. I have no problem talking to you guys. Much love.